it in the park. Spend the next hour together just de-stressing and connecting with our breath and our movement and nature as well. Start with some relaxation down on our mats. Get as comfortable as you can. Just let your body kind of dissolve into the mat. We're going to close our eyes and focus on breathing in through our nose, expanding our belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. Exhaling out through the nose, we want to feel that same area of our bodies contract and empty. While we're breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the nose, bring awareness to your face. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face. Relax your eyes, relax your jaw. And then bring awareness and breath into your neck. Breathe away any tension that you're holding in your neck. Feel your throat relax and the air rush through the throat. Next, let's bring our breath and awareness into our arms. We're going to breathe from our shoulders all the way out to our fingertips. While we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, we're shifting awareness now into our legs, and we're going to breathe from the top of our hips all the way out to the tips of our toes. Awareness and breath move into the spine. And as it travels down the spine, we want to feel our breath weaving itself in between each segment of our spine, allowing it to open and release. Next, let's inhale the arms up towards the sky. Feel your fingertips reaching away from the earth. And then as we exhale, let them float back behind us alongside those ears. And we're going to stretch out through all of our fingers and then push out through your heels. Let's spread our fingers wide, spread your toes apart. And then let everything go soft. And bring the arms back up towards the sky. And exhale, let's return them to our sides. Once they're back alongside the body, we're going to pull our left knee up close to the chest. Give it a nice close hug, and we'll flex and point that foot. Let's roll the ankle around, lead with your big toe. And then let's reverse those circles. And then just let your foot relax. Send that leg out and we'll switch. Bringing that right knee in close, we flex and point. And we circle the ankle around. And then let's reverse. And just allow your foot to rest. Bring both knees in at the same time. Nice and close to the body. Feel your arms hugging around those legs without letting the shoulders rise. And then we'll rock gently side to side. Nice massage for that spine. We're back to a neutral place, and then from there, let's circle our knees around and around, massaging through lower back. And then let's reverse our circle. And then just keep everything pulled in at center. From there, I want you to feel your belly button pulling in. And we're going to round the shoulders, neck, and head off the mat so your nose tucks in towards your knees. And as we release, we'll send the shoulders, neck, and head back down. Try again. Let's tighten the belly and just press through the back of your ribs as you bring shoulders, neck, and head off the mat. And release the upper body back down. Now let's set our feet back down on the mat with our knees bent. We'll space those feet apart about hips distance. Keep enough space between your buttocks and your heels that when you bridge up, you feel it in the gluteals and the hamstrings. Slowly peeling up off the mat, making sure we're not feeling any pressure in our neck. And just breathe while we're here. And then exhale and slowly melt back into the mat, one vertebra at a time. Now let's try that again, tightening the belly. We're slowly peeling off the mat, rising high into that shoulder bridge. And then on our next exhale, we can slowly sink back down, one vertebra at a time. And then once we've made it all the way back down, let's bring those knees back in close to the chest. Rock a few more times side to side. And then come back to that neutral center. Tighten the belly as you press through the back of the ribs. Shoulders, neck, and head round off the mat. And on the next exhale from there, we're going to roll ourselves up. And once we've made it up, easy cross-leg position. Feel your sit bones on the mat. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Think about lifting up from the tailbone. Closing our eyes, softening our face, and breathing into our seated mountain pose. We're going to curl our fingers in tightly so we make really tight fists. And then stretch your fingers out wide, pressing through your palms. Again, curl the fingers in really tight. Stretch them open super wide. Once more, curling into a tight fist. And then opening nice and wide. And then from there, let's drop our chin to our chest and breathe into the back of our neck. From there, let's tip our ear to our left shoulder. Drop the chin back down. And tip the ear to the right. Drop the chin and again tip left. Dropping the chin and we tip right. And then again, let your chin rest on your chest. Hands come together at heart center. Let's turn our fingers away from our heart and then point them in towards the heart. Pointing away and pointing inward. Again, we'll point them away and then point them inward. And let them return to pointing towards the sky. Lace our fingers together and let's push those palms away from the body. Feel this stretch go across the upper back and the back of your shoulders. And then from there, let's press the palms up higher and let your chin drop to your chest. Lifting the head back up. Let the arms open wide to about shoulder level. Keeping the belly button drawing inward, begin to rotate to your right. Go back to center. And let's rotate left. Return to center. And again, let's rotate right. Come back to center and we rotate left. And then return to that center place. And let's extend the arms up towards the sky. And let them slowly lower down, returning hands to knees, palms facing up. Let the chin drop to the chest. Again, breathing into the back of the neck. And then lifting the head back up and tipping it back to open we're back to our neutral spine. Let's draw shoulders up to ears. Pull them all the way down. Again, shoulders into our ears. And pull them back down. Once more, shoulders to ears. And back down. And then let's do a couple shoulder rolls from back to front. Start to increase the shoulder rolls into some arm circles. And then we'll make some really big arm circles. And then just keep the arms extending towards the sky. Try to reach a little bit higher with that left. And then a little bit higher with the right. And we'll let our hands press together at heart center. Let's take one more inhale as we are. Exhale, everything's going to soften a bit, and then from there we can transfer onto hands and knees. Once we found our place on hands and knees, check to make sure that shoulders are over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Fingers nice and widespread, and hands turned in slightly, pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Now let's sink our navel, and as we're doing that, think about lifting your tailbone, opening your throat, opening your heart. Scoop the belly in and round up for cat. Inhale, open cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round cat. And then make your way back to our neutral spine. Next, let's extend through the heel of our right foot, and then add the left arm forward, rotating that palm towards the sky, spinal balance. Exhale, lower, and we'll switch. Out goes the left leg. Extend through that right arm, palm facing up. Exhale, lower, switch, extend and reach. Exhale, lower, switch again, extend and reach. Exhale, returning to all fours. Keep the big toes close, but you can separate your knees and push your tailbone way back. Feel your chest drop through your knees and your forehead to the mat. Palms open to the sky. Extended child's pose. Flip the palms back over, foundational hands, toes tuck under, and we start lifting that tailbone into downward facing dog. Let your head drop through your arms. Feel your ribs pull closer to your thighs, and the back of your shoulder blades reach towards your gluteals. Walk the dog, lift and lower each heel individually. Raise up both heels together and press them back down. Again, let's raise them up and then press them down. Now let's inhale ourselves into a good sturdy plank. Belly button nice and tight. Exhale, return to down dog. Inhale into plank. And again, down dog. Once more into plank. Exhale, lowering to the knees, and then let the upper body lower, elbows open, chest down, hips down. Tuck the elbows in, press down through the tops of your feet and your hip bones. Lengthen out through the top of your head and slowly rise to cobra. Exhale, going down, same way. Inhale, lengthen, rise, coming up. Again, exhale, going down. And then inhale, lengthen, rise, coming up. Press back into extended child's pose and foundational hands. We tuck our toes, we lift our tailbone, and we're back up into down dog. Walking our dog again. Raising up those heels, pressing them back down. Inhale into plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Try again. Inhale to plank. Modify if you'd like, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise into cobra. And exhale, push all the way back. Extended child's pose. Let's scoop the belly in and round up into our cat. Sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head open for cow. Sorry. Exhale, round for cat. And inhale for cow. Once more, scooping the belly and round out. And then open up for cat. And then let's come back to neutral spine. Reach back with that right leg pushing out through the right heel. And then take a giant step forward with that right foot. Once it's in place and we've got knee over ankle, start lifting upper body. Reach high to the sky, forming crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to our mat. Tuck our left toes under, lift the left knee. Find that runner's lunge. Let's keep our left hand down, but extend the right arm alongside your right ear. And then bring the right hand down, and we'll step our right foot back, bringing us into our plank. Push back up into down dog. And then return to all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, open the throat. There's our cow. Exhale again for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. We're back to neutral. Let's extend through the heel of our left foot this time. And we'll take that giant step forward. Once our foot is in place, we've got knee over ankle. We start lifting upper body, reaching for crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward. Let's tuck right toes under, lift the right knee. We'll find our runner's lunge. Good, we want to make sure our knee remains over our ankle. Got a long stretch from the heel of our right foot right out through the top of our head. We're going to keep the right hand down, extend the left arm alongside our left ear. Let's bring the left hand down. Now we're going to step the right foot forward. Keep your toes close and your heels apart. And let's inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Now exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, slowly roll back up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, fold deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again, plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again, plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, we roll up. Stretch high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll up. foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. And let your arms extend long at your sides. Finding standing mountain pose. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Go ahead and step back with your right foot, bringing us into lunge. We're gonna push that heel down, turn your toes out, and start to lift upper body, reaching high to the sky in Warrior One. No idea what's going on with my playlist. Oh, it is what it is. Now let's bring the arms forward to shoulder level and start drawing our rib cage closer to our front thigh, letting those arms frame our head. Release the hands to the mat. Return to the ball of your right foot and then push down with that right hand. Let's inhale, left arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at our waist. And there's our twisting lunge. Exhale the hand back down. Stepping left foot back into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. You can hold the plank or insert a push-up. And then press back up into down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Slowly rolling up, reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, extend to the sky and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, holding plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise into cobra. And exhale again, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Now let's step the right foot forward between the hands and remain in lunge. And then push that left heel down, turn your toes out. Align your left heel with your right heel and lift upper body. Add your arms for Warrior One. And let's lower the arms in front to shoulder level. We'll stay long in the waist and begin to hinge forward. So we're bringing ribs close to our front thigh. Arms frame our ears. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Let's return to the ball of our left foot. Press down into that left hand. Inhale, right arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at our waist. There's our twisting lunge. Good. Exhale, right hand down. Step the right foot back to our plank. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, rise into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank, hanging out right there, or insert a push-up if you'd like. And press back again into down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, let's look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Stepping back with that right foot brings us back into our lunge. Now let's walk ourselves around to form a wide straddle. So we're going to end up facing the wide edge of our mat. Toes either straight ahead or turn in slightly. Inhale, flat back, look out. And then exhale, sink that upper body down. Keep your knees as soft as you need to. From there, let's push down into our palms so the arms get straighter and straighter. And then bend the right knee so you can shift your weight to the right, keeping your left foot pressed all the way into the mat. Come back to center and we'll switch, bending the left knee, shifting our weight. Back to center, let's switch again, bending the right knee. Back to center and bend the left knee. And then back to center and let's remain there. Inhale with our flat back looking out. Exhale, open the arms wide for airplane. And then inhale, slowly rise. Once we're upright, we've got our feet a little wider than our hips. Those inhales out, palms facing the sky. Nice pointed star. Let's extend the arms high alongside our ears. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward as we brush the earth. Inhale back up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale up. One more sunflower. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale, reach up. Let's lower the left arm down alongside our left leg. Start to inch the hand down, but keep the right arm stretching higher and higher, straight up to the sky. And then start to bring that right arm over. A little more, a little more. And let's inhale back up to neutral. And we'll re-extend both arms into our star. Next, let's turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch, and then when ready, bend your left knee. Look out past your left knee. Bend your body weight equally into both feet. And feel that stability and power of Warrior Two. Extend that left arm a little farther, lift the left, lower the right. Push your left palm to the sky. Reverse warrior. And let's come back into Warrior Two. And then we'll pull the left leg straight without locking. And we bend. Again, we pull straight without locking. And we bend. Once more, we're going to pull it straighter and straighter and straighter. Then we start pulling our right hip behind us, extending that left arm out as far as we can reach. And then let's lower the left and lift. And that brings us into triangle pose. So we want to feel that right hand reaching to the sky. No tension in the shoulder or the neck. Breathing across the front of the body. Feeling all that space in our spine. Start to lower the right arm towards your right hip. As it's circling around, let's bend the left knee. When the right hand makes it back up to the sky, our left forearm's on our left thigh, or our left hand is reaching to the mat. Now let's bend that right elbow and press the back of our right hand into lower back. Keep rolling that right shoulder open. There's our preparation for bound angle. We can stay like that. Or simply pass your left hand behind, grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Or we can pass the left leg between the legs, lifting the hands together. Everybody's rolling the right shoulder open and we're looking up at the sky. One more inhale. On the exhale, right hand goes back up, left hand goes to where it was, and then we can start revolving upper body. making our way back into runner's lunge. Once there, we'll step our left foot back. Got a good solid plank. Exhale, we're lowering down. Inhale, we're rising up. Exhale, we're tucking toes, and we're back up into down dog. Inhale again to plank. Feel free to hold it or insert a push-up. And then we're back up into down dog. Let's take the right leg, start extending through the heel, and then stretch the right heel towards the sky. We'll step the right foot forward between our hands, returning us to lunge. And then let's push the left heel down, turn the left toes out a little bit, but now we're gonna start straightening the right leg. And while we're doing that, let's lift up our right toes. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale, try melting down onto that leg. And then let the foot sink back down, taking it a little bit deeper. We inhale. On the exhale, begin to lift your left heel and then push all of your weight forward onto that right leg. Maintaining a straight right leg. We're now in tripod balance. And we can stay in our tripod balance. Or we can position our right thumb to align with our right pinky toe. Roll the left hip open, add the left arm to the sky for half moon balance. Exhale the left hand down if it is lifted. And then let's step our left foot in so we've got our toes close, our heels apart. And let your ribs rest on your thighs. Cradle your elbows in the palms of your hands, form a frame, and just let go. And then from there, we'll slowly roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Woo, exhale to our heart. And let's find standing mountain pose. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. We'll step back with our left foot this time in our lunge, but then from there, let's walk ourselves around so we end up in straddle. Hands directly under shoulders, toes in slightly. Inhale, lengthen, look out. Exhale, melt down. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Completely let go of the upper body. And let's press down into our palms and push those arms straighter and straighter. Start to bend the left knee. We're shifting our weight to the left once again, keeping that right foot pressed down. So you should feel a really good stretch in the inner right thigh. We'll come back to neutral, do the same, bending the right knee, shifting your weight to the right. Back to center, and we shift to our left. Back to center, and we shift to our right. And then return to that center neutral. Inhale, looking out, our flat back takes over, and then we can add the arms to form our straddle airplane. Inhale, rising slowly to standing. Find that 5-pointed star, toes and heels out, outstretched arms. Breathe. Reach the arms high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brush the earth, and rise again for sunflower. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend. And inhale, rise. Now let's keep the left arm high, but let the right arm lower to the outside of that right leg. Start to inch it farther down while the left arm continues to reach straight up to the sky. And then let the left arm start to side stretch over. We'll inhale back up and exhale. Let's come back into our star. Turning right toes to the front end of our mat. Align your right heel with your left arch. And then when ready, bend the right knee. Find that warrior two, that place where you're balanced equally into both feet, so you're not feeling any kind of pressure in your right knee. And then start reaching a little bit farther forward with the right. As we lift the right, we lower the left. We're going to turn that right palm to the sky. Breathe up the side of your ribs. And then make your way back into warrior two. Good, now let's straighten the right leg without locking it. And then rebend. And let's pull straight. And rebend. Good, once more we're gonna pull straight. Gonna hold it there and imagine we're pressed up against the wall. As we start pulling our left hip left, stretching the right arm away from the left hip. Once we can't go any farther, we can lower the right and keep that left hand reaching to the sky. So imagine you're against the wall. We should be able to feel the back of our left shoulder, our right shoulder, the length of our spine, all pressed against the wall. Now start to lower the left arm towards your hip. It's going to make a circle. On its way back up, we're bending the right knee. We're either resting our right hand or our right forearm on our thigh or right hand to the mat. Extended angle pose. Left elbow bends so we can press the back of our left hand into lower back. Rolling that left shoulder open. We can stay like that or pass the right hand behind. Grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Or we could pass the right hand between the legs, let the hands hook together. And again, we continue to roll the left shoulder open and look up at the sky. Got one more inhale as we are. Exhale, let's reach the left hand high. Return the right hand to where it was. And then we'll exhale and begin to rotate upper body. Returning both hands to the mat. We're back on the ball of our left foot. There's our good strong lunge. Right foot steps back into plank. Exhale, we're lowering. Inhale, we lengthen, and then we rise for cobra. Exhale, back up into downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. Hang out right there or insert a push up. And then press back up into down dog. Let's take the left heel behind us. Start reaching it towards the sky. Three-legged dog. And then we'll step our left foot between our hands, bringing us back into lunge. Now let's push the right heel down and start straightening the right leg. And as we do that, we're going to lift up our right toes. And then we're going to inhale, look out. And exhale, try to sink that upper body closer to your right thigh, or your left thigh, sorry. And then see if you can sink your toes all the way back down. got one more inhale. On the exhale, start lifting to the ball of your right foot, pushing your weight forward onto your left foot, and then we'll extend the right leg behind us hip level and position those hands to form a tripod with our left foot. We can remain in tripod or align left thumb with left pinky toe. Start opening the right hip, adding that right arm for half moon balance. Exhale, bring the hand back down. And then go ahead and step the right foot in. Toes are closed, heels are apart. Cradle your elbows in the palms of your hands. Let your head drop within that frame and let your upper body rest against your thighs. And then let's release fingers to the mat. And let's roll ourselves up. Reach high. Exhale, hands to heart. And then we're going to find our focal point and work on becoming mighty oak trees. We're going to shift our weight into our right foot when we're ready and place our left heel against our right ankle bone. And then when you feel even more ready, you can lift up that left foot, placing it somewhere where you're not pushing your heel against the side of your knee. And then perhaps growing the branches of your tree. Now let's make the branches wider. And then we can let them come all the way down. And let's return that left foot down. Back into your toes and heels out and stand. Opening your heart, standing mountain pose. And let's bring hands back together at heart center. Again, we've got that focal point for our eyes. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot this time. Right heel against left ankle bone. And when ready, lifting that foot. Branches of your tree if you'd like. Opening the arms wide. And then letting those branches lower. And let's return to that standing mountain pose. Inhale, let's touch the sky. Exhale, hands behind our back so they can hook together. Once they're hooked together, we're going to start pulling them downward, opening the throat, opening the heart. And then inhale, neutralize your spine. Exhale, hinging forward. Pull your ribs closer and closer to your thighs. Let your head drop. Let the arms extend higher. And then exhale, release your hands to the mat. From there, we'll step back with our right foot and then our left foot, bringing us back into plank. Holding that belly button super tight. Let's keep our left shoulder over our left wrist, and we'll turn and open for side plank. Come back around into full plank. And now let's do right shoulder over right wrist. Again, turning and opening for side plank. Exhale, come back around into our full plank. Press back up into down dog. We're walking our dog a few more times. Raising up both heels as high as they'll go. And then sinking them down as low as they'll go. Let's inhale and return to plank. Modify to your knees and the tops of the feet. And then we're going to lower and hold about halfway down. Try to lower a little bit more, and then finally all the way down. Once we're down, let's tuck the elbows in, press through the tops of the feet and the hip bones, lengthen the spine, and rise back up into Cobra. Exhale, come all the way back. Extended child's pose. Let's take left arm and feed it through the right armpit. Let your shoulder rest on the mat. Feel your shoulder just sinking downward. And then we'll bring that arm out and let's switch. So we're going to pass the other arm. And then let's extend both arms straight out and try to reach back a little bit farther with that tailbone. Now let's ease ourselves forward onto our forearms and step our feet back to form forearm plank. Belly button is nice and tight. Feel the straight line from the top of your head right out through those heels. Now let's try stacking our right toes on the top of our left heel. Set our toes down and we'll switch. Left toes on top of right heel. And then set those toes down and ease to your knees. And then we're gonna walk ourselves all the way back and return to extended toe pose. Assume foundational hands, scoop the belly in, and let's round up for that kitty cat. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, open your heart for cow. Again, round up for cat. And then inhale, open cow. And then hang out in neutral spine. Re-extend through the heel of your right foot and add your left arm forward. And then try lifting your left foot so it's not helping you balance. And let's set the left hand down. Step the right foot forward. Once it's in place, we're going to lift back up into crescent moon. And let's open the arms and neutralize the spine. Rotate until that right arm is stretching forward. We'll send the right hand down, keep the left arm reaching high. And then let's bring the left hand down, so we've got both hands to the inside of our right foot, and start to pull the top of our left thigh forward. Inch the hands out a little farther so we can try sinking our forearms closer to the mat. And we're gonna breathe into that right hamstring and the left hip flexor. And then let's walk our hands back in. And we'll bring the right knee back. And do the same thing other side. So first we start by just extending through the heel of our left foot. Adding the right arm forward, palm opening to the sky. And then we try lifting that right foot so it doesn't help us balance. And then we can bring the hand and the foot back down. And let's step the left foot forward. Once it's in place, crescent exit move. Open the arms wide as we neutralize that spine, and then we're gonna rotate. So now we're gonna look out over our left hand, and then we're gonna send the left hand to the mat and the right hand high. Good, now let's bring the right hand down. So both hands stay to the inside of our left foot. We start to pull the front of our right thigh forward. We're gonna ease ourselves down closer to the mat, getting those forearms as close as you can. Focus on the stretch in the front of your right thigh and the back of your left thigh. And then from there, we can walk the hands back in and come back onto all fours. Once their big toes touch, knees apart, let's push back. We're back into extended child's pose. Let's bring the hands closer to the knees so we can lift the upper body away from our mats. And then once we're up, let's reposition and come around. We'll extend our legs out straight. And we'll start with hands on either side of those hips. Let's start walking them forward, pushing back through the tailbone, melting your upper body first, the belly button, then the chest, and then the head goes last. And then we can slowly come up. And once we're up, let's place our right ankle on our left thigh. Use your right hand to push gently on the inner right thigh. And breathe into that right hip. And then just take your hands, you can walk them back. Your fingertips are gonna point at your buttocks. And then from there, let's bend the left knee so your foot's on the mat and ease down onto your forearms. So we want to do this without sinking into the shoulders. And then we're going to lift that left foot. And want to keep pulling the knee closer in so that we're feeling an opening in our right hip. And then from there, let's set that left foot back down. We're going to push ourselves back up and then simply move into a cross-leg position and stretch your arms out wide. Let's bring the arms closer together, palms facing open. We're going to place our right elbow in the left elbow crease and then bend the elbows. See if you can get the back of your hands to meet or perhaps your palms to meet. And then we're lifting those elbows shoulder level. And breathing across the upper back, across the back of our shoulders. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, we can let the arms untwist and just let them come back down onto your knees. Take one more inhale. Exhale, we'll soften a bit, and let's go back into straight legs. Pushing out through our heels, hands on either side of our hips. And again, they start walking forward. Push back through our tailbone. We melt the upper body down. And then we can slowly pull back up. And then we're going to take the ankle of our left leg and place it against our right thigh. And use your left hand to push gently on that inner thigh until you feel some release in that hip. more inhale. On the exhale, we're just gonna walk the hands back so our fingertips point at our buttocks. Let's bend the right knee and ease our bodies back onto our forearms. We're not sinking down, we're staying lifted. And then you're gonna lift the right foot and keep pulling that knee in closer, feeling that stretch taking place in the outside left hip. And then set the right foot down. And we'll push ourselves back up. And again, just move into a nice cross-leg position. Stretching the arms out wide. Bring them closer together. This time we're going to place our left elbow in the crease of our right elbow. Bending the elbows back of hands. Our palms can press together. And we're going to keep lifting those elbows so they're staying shoulder level. Got one more inhale. As we exhale, we can untwist and then just stretch your arms out wide. And bring your hands back onto your knees, palms facing the sky. Take one more inhale. Exhale as we soften, and then from there, we're going to keep both feet on the floor with our knees bent. And let's place our hands behind our thighs. Find your balance on your tailbone. Think about lengthening and opening the spine, not letting it round or cave. And then when you feel ready, you can start extending your legs. Go wherever you can without allowing your back to round. And then from there, you can try adding the arms. And then as slowly as you can, begin to open. Like someone has a big iron, and they're ironing you into your mat. Once you've made it all the way down, flex your feet, reach out through your fingertips, stretch your body really, really straight. And then let everything go soft. Lift the arms back up towards the sky and return them to your sides. And then let's rebend the knees, feet about hips distance apart, toes in, heels out. And once again, we're going to slowly bridge up. So one vertebra at a time is going to take us off the mat. And keep lifting those hips. And then begin to slowly melt back down. Once we're down, actively press your spine into the mat. And let's try again, tightening the belly. We're slowly peeling up. Holding on to that bridge. And then we exhale and slowly come back down. And again, actively press your spine into the mat. And then relax so that your body is neutral on the mat. Let's bring our knees and feet closer together, stretch your arms wide, and we're going to drop both knees to our left. Keep the right shoulder down and look right. Bring the knees back to neutral. And then bring your arms across your body and just give yourself a big hug. Re-extend the arms nice and wide. And then slowly drop your knees off to the right as we look left, keeping that left shoulder down. And then come back to neutral. And again, bring the arms across to give yourself a big hug, but try switching the arm that was on the top. From From there, we can release the arms and bring both knees back in tight to the body. Couple knee circles round and round. And then let's go the other way. And then just keep them tucked in nice and close. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the rib cage. Shoulders, neck, and head rise off the mat. And let's keep the left knee in, but stretch your right leg all the way out to the mat. And then roll the upper body back to the mat and extend your left leg straight up. Push out through your heel. Reach your hands up as close to your ankle as you can. And think about pulling those toes forward over your head. And then let's rebend that knee. Bring the right knee back in. Another nice hug. Couple knee circles around. And the other way. And then hold center, tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs. Head, neck, shoulders off the mat once again. And this time we'll stretch our left leg all the way out, straight onto the mat. Lower the upper body. And now extend the right leg up. Reach your hands as high as you can. Think about pulling toes forward over your head. And then let's rebend. Bring the other knee back in. Start separating your knees so you can press the soles of your feet together. And pull your heels closer to your body. Breathe into your inner thighs and your outer hips. And then separate the feet. We're going to press flat feet towards the sky. Pull down with your hands. And then begin to stretch your legs out straighter and wider. And let's pull them closer together overhead, pushing heels towards the sky. And then from there, go ahead and release one leg slowly all the way down. Once it's made it all the way down to the mat, let's release the other leg, equally as slowly lowering down. And then once it's made its way all the way down, push your legs super straight, press out through both heels. Let your legs go completely soft. Stretch your arms long at your sides, palms to the sky, and really just stretch from your shoulders to your fingertips. And then let your arms go completely soft. From there, we're going to turn our eyes to look to the right. Bring the head back to neutral, and we'll turn and look left. And then return to neutral, and just let your body melt into your mat. Seek out any places in your body that remain tense or tight, and simply guide your breath into those areas, spending a little extra time there. If your actions create a legacy that inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts. Make a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart, a grateful heart, and a hopeful heart, spreading random acts of kindness whenever, wherever we can. Remember that my soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honor the light, the love, the truth, the beauty, and the peace within you because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste.